Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. For access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Hey everyone, checking in on the MJ sector. I'm in a bit of a rush today, so not covering as many tickers as usual. And if I skip your ticker, you can write a letter to your representative and they'll handle it for you. So CGC, everybody in the Canadian MJ space, again, as I laid out in the video yesterday, have to break the high of yesterday to see any kind of follow through. We didn't do it. We had the FOMC reaction. Look at my SPY video if you want information on that. It was a bearish reaction. Not a ton of reaction in the MJ sector as the market was dumping, but we closed at the low of the day on CGC and we're looking right back down at our low of 32.28 tomorrow. We can absolutely drop to lower lows, and I will be interested in oversold bounces again, but I need to see the daily, the 4-hour, and the hourly RSI all oversold, and the 15-minute and the 5-minute. I need all 5 of those oversold if I have any interest in playing an oversold bounce. Bears still in complete control. Even when we bounce on the daily, we're just going to look for a lower high compared to 36.31. Bulls have a lot of work to do. Same story for Cron. It's a daily inside bar. Bulls can save things by breaking the daily inside bar bullish. Still, we would just look for a lower high compared to 15.69. If we drop down and break 13.55 support, 13.51 is next. That's the lowest price we've seen. That is a red flag. That's technically another weekly little lower high and lower low when the bulls were trying to give us this monthly higher low, which certainly looks convincing on VFF, not convincing at all on Cron, and we're testing the low of consolidation currently. ACB, down with a close near the low. Bulls have to form an hourly higher low and higher high to see any kind of bounce follow through. We pretty much double topped at 643, 641, and we just don't have any hourly trend change. We have no bounce follow through. If we don't get it, we head to $6. If we do get some bounce follow through and get over 643, anything under 746 is just a lower high. APHA, you guessed it, daily time frame closed near the low of the day or at the low of the day. We're looking down at 522 support. Bulls have to break 568 to prove anything on a bounce. It's a daily bear flag. And if we don't break 568, even if we do break 568, we're looking for a daily lower high. TLRY, daily inside bar. Again, any kind of bull break, and we're looking for a daily lower high compared to 45.48. And with a bear break, we're looking at the low of consolidation, 40.46, 40.64. So out of those 5 names, bulls are proving absolutely nothing to us. The bears have complete control on a majority of time frames, and they're so comfortable to be a bear. And you always got to put yourself in the bears' positions to know what's going to be a short squeeze, what's going to put pressure on the bears. And even if we get daily bounces following through, there's no pressure on bears because it's so likely that daily lower highs are going to form. So we haven't even started a bounce. And once we do start a bounce, just looking for daily lower highs to remain in the downtrend. The major Canadian MJ name bulls have a long way to go before we shift momentum and change any daily trends on the daily time frame. CTST bullish news released this morning as they're hiring a firm and looking to potentially sell assets and things like that. We got a bull break of 240, not a ton of follow through. It was a nice bull move, but again, in terms of seeing a short squeeze or trying to really make a significant bull move, it is not really doing it. We're not trapping any shorts. The shorts had all morning to respond to this news and cover before the bulls finally got a break at noon, and it was short-lived. So hourly support is 230. After 230, we're looking at 218. If the bulls can keep the hourly uptrend, the bounce will remain alive. Next gap fill, next target would be the gap fill at 260. But I'm going to consider the bears controlling this daily chart as long as the double top of 320 remains. And I don't expect to break that on this bull move, even if we do see the hourly uptrend continue. Hexo, still in a position, but I may exit if we break 412. It's an hourly equilibrium all day today, just a tightening range between the high of the day and the low of the day. Double bottom at 418, resistance at 428. So really just a tightening range. It's more clear on the 15-minute time frame. Looking for a break of this tightening range tomorrow. Again, if we break 412, I'm probably going to exit. The reason being, it's been a really good week. I don't want to give any profit back. So I will use that as my stop, and the bulls would have to hold 373 and break 444 to change this daily trend and try and get over the daily exponential resistances, which we have not done in multiple months. If we can break the inside bar bullish, then our top of the bounce has not been set yet, and that would give the bulls more space to form a daily high or low and try and change the trend. But that one-day move, again, how many times have you been watching these videos? How many times have I talked about just a one-day move with no follow-through, no increasing bull volume, just causing shorts to cover during one day and they reload the next day, and there's no sustained buying pressure for bulls, and they don't keep any pressure on shorts. So again, we remain skeptical of bulls in this sector. Step number one, change the daily trend. So many names are struggling to do that. OGI did get a little bit of follow through. Actually, we didn't. We double topped. So if the inside bar breaks bearish tomorrow and we see a bear break of 782, then that's it. That's the top of our bounce. And we're looking back down at 735, and that would favor the bears in this equilibrium. If the inside bar can break bullish, we'll get to the midway point of this equilibrium, and it'll still be anybody's game. VFF had a bit of a fake out. We did break key resistance, getting over 12 and getting a bit of follow through, but weakness in the sector, weakness in the market. We pulled back a good bit. Anything above 1030 is a daily high or low, keeping that uptrend intact. So the bulls do have space to work with. And as long as the daily uptrend is intact, the bulls have some control. And again, much different chart than everybody that we just looked at. T-God, looking for an inverse head and shoulders pattern. We're expecting a lower high compared to 330. And then it's up to the bulls. Have to form a daily high or low after we top out on this bounce and lose the hourly uptrend. Have to form the daily high or low and then break and change the trend and get over these exponential resistances. And we've been unable to do that for quite some time. Time for the bulls to prove something to us. So a potential play for the bulls, certainly high risk, but scaling in for a higher low in the upper $2 range and using 264 as a stop to try and get that higher low if the bulls can change this trend. Volume was nice for the bulls yesterday. That stands out to other names as well. But again, the potential weakness in the sector as a whole could be extra weight. Curaleaf is consolidating. Inability to break resistance of 1080 now has me looking at this as an equilibrium. We've got our high of 1103, the low of consolidation. Our lower high is 1080, and now we're scouting a higher low compared to 897. So a daily higher low and equilibrium is anticipated for the rest of the week. No red flags. Bulls would love for this to be a bull flag and just turn things around real quick. At this point, no red flags. We would need increasing bear volume and a break of $10 for it to start to be a bit of a red flag and put the bulls at a bit of a disadvantage for changing the daily trend. Again, Curaleaf has not changed the daily trend. In all of this action and all this volatility, we don't have a daily higher low and higher high. C-Web, double top at key weekly resistance, but again, it's very impressive. The odds of changing the weekly trend are high. Best case scenario for the bulls, if we do top out and can't break that resistance tomorrow, is a cup and handle psychology with the left side of resistance. There's your cup. The right side is unable to break it. Bull flag, a very healthy daily consolidation to establish a higher low. I'd say the bulls would have to hold 22 and then a bull break to confirm the weekly trend change. IAN topping out a little bit, breaking one resistance level. So we did change the 4-hour trend, and it was a bit of a 4-hour inverse head and shoulders pattern, but we need follow through. 395 remains the most important resistance level for me, but there's your left shoulder, there's your head, 395 resistance, a lower high at 376. We came down and established our higher low, which is the right shoulder, and then we broke the left neckline. To really believe the bulls, we have to break we broke the right neckline, we have to break the left neckline as well. 395 is a must-break level. If we do not break 395, it is absolutely a potential, here we go again, weak bounce, unable to get over exponential resistance, and heading back down if we can't break 395. Break 395, and a shift will be on. It'll be the first bull cross of this 4-hour exponential moving average since the bear cross happened 4 months ago. That would be notable if we can break 395. I did sell a little bit of some positions today. I didn't enter any MJ positions today. Sold a little bit of my positions as soon as I saw the market with a bearish reaction to the FOMC. That was just playing it cautious and being protective, and again, liking my gains on the week and wanting to lock some of those in. Still giving some positions some ability to ride it out. TRUL, patiently waiting for a daily higher low. I want this trade to come to me. I'm not going to go chasing it, especially in a weak sector, but I'm looking for an inverse head and shoulders potential, and I would want to enter on the consolidation, looking for a daily higher low. So if we can see a bear break of 1363, the daily consolidation will be underway, and then I'll start planning my scale in using support of 12, make that 1177 as a key must-hold level to try and form a higher low compared to that level. OH, nice follow through to start the day. Hourly consolidation, I don't like the increasing bear volume at the end of the day. The hourly consolidation itself is normal and healthy. We were very overdue for it. If we pull back tomorrow and break 718 and head down towards $7, again, the hourly equilibrium then becomes the most likely setup. Whereas if 718 is our hourly higher low and the bulls come out swinging tomorrow morning, there is potential for an hourly trend change and continuation. And we actually already did change the hourly trend, but there's potential for continuation. So how we start tomorrow is going to dictate whether an hourly equilibrium or continuation is more likely. Still a clear hourly uptrend, that's not at risk. What is at risk is the momentum of the bulls. So that's that. Not a half-hour doozy, but the last two MJ videos have had some nice nuggets of info in them. So changing it up, shortening it up, and looking forward to not trading tomorrow. Taking a breather. It's been a wild week. Hope you've all had a good week and a good day. We'll see you tomorrow after hours, and we'll see if the Canadian MJ Bulls are able to put any kind of stop to the bleeding. And the most important plays for me are TRUL and Cura. What's that daily consolidation look like to try and form a daily higher low? OH, what's this hourly consolidation look like tomorrow morning? And IAN, can the Bulls break 395 this week? If not, we are still very skeptical of the Bulls on the daily chart. Thanks again. Do good things. See you soon.
So I'm babysitting the ducks while Mom is gone. I assume she's at one of the other ponds. So hopefully she's going to come bombing in here any minute. We'll catch her landing. Put a log for the ducks to hang out on. Looking good, Mom. Looking good, kid. Mom's calling you.